So many people misunderstand the Glock trigger, and I'm going to show you why. And to illustrate this point, I'm going to be using my Smith & Wesson Model 60 357. Now, when most people pick up a Glock, the first thing they're going to complain about is either going to be the sights or the trigger. And when it comes to the trigger, everybody is typically looking for a super short, light, crisp trigger, not something with a little bit of travel like that. And that's the mistake. The problem to begin with is that they are looking for a single action trigger that's super light, super crisp, and barely has any travel to be able to fire. But that's not inherent to the design. Glocks use what is known as a partially cocked, or as Glock calls it, a safe action trigger. Now what this does when you pull the trigger is you have a decent bit of travel and some spring weight, and that's actually drawing the striker the rest of the way to the rear and then releasing it. So inherently you're doing what? Two actions. If we go back to our Smith, you'll note there's also two actions involved in the double action pull right here. And if you shoot a Glock, similar to if you were shooting a double action trigger like this and pull gradually and roll through that break nice and smooth, you then end up with a nice, smooth, and controllable trigger pull instead of trying to shoot your pistol like that. So next time you go out to the range with your Glock and maybe your friends are complaining about that long and somewhat spongy trigger pull, just understand that this gun is designed to shoot more like a smooth and light double action rather than a crisp, ultralight single action. And this is a good thing. Now, obviously, you do get some shootability by having a trigger that's not quite as heavy as the one here on the revolver and not quite as long to pull. But if you treat this like a light double action trigger, you're going to be able to shoot your Glocks so much more accurately. And similar to a revolver, you maintain a larger degree of safety by not having that striker all the way fully cocked to the rear and fully loaded under spring pressure. A lot of the aftermarket Glock triggers, they're designed to make the trigger ultra short and light, basically do away with this and fully cock the striker, thereby negating the safety aspect of a partially cocked striker design. All that said, if you want to be safe and you want to be a good pistol shooter, take my advice, learn how to properly shoot something that is double action. Those skills will carry over to your everyday pistol shooting too.